dreams.
You mentioned him being a childhood hero of yours, but what did it mean to kind of have the relationship with him that you did?
That meant everything to me. To know that anytime I could text him or call him, he'd pick up the phone. He was like a big brother for me. And for me, like I said, it was everything because I grew up idolizing the guy. You couldn't say anything bad about him. I worshiped the ground he worked on, and then walked on, and then to be able to be in LA and establish a relationship with him was amazing for me. So.
What's going on? This is J.Ellis from Nick of Time Show, giving you that Knicks talk just in Nick of Time, man. We didn't record last week, so I don't know if we're just in Nick of Time this week. But we back. We are back this week. We had to take a week off.
Yeah.
The Kobe news.
It kind of hit home.
Yeah, it hit home a little bit.
Yeah.
Shocked some people, so we stayed home and, we kind of had to gather our thoughts there. But we back, man. We're going to just talk some Knicks. And even talk some Kobe.
Yes,
and,
sir.
Talk more about the celebration. Celebrate his life more, man. Because I know you guys been hearing about a bunch of the Kobe things all week. So I just want to, big the guy up, man. So thoughts on Kobe for you, Ryan, man?
Well, the thoughts I have on Kobe is that it's kind of funny because when I was a kid growing up, I always say, like, I'm a Knicks fan, but Michael Jordan was pretty much my favorite player of all time.
Traitor. Didn't care.
And it didn't matter. Like, it didn't matter how many times Michael Jordan beat the Knicks. It was like that was the only player that I gave a pass to because I was like, yo, Michael Jordan, like, he's the greatest I've ever seen as a kid. And then here comes Kobe now. Mm-hmm. And this dude is emulating Jordan.
Yeah, all those moves, the shakes and the fadeaways.
Exactly. And then, like, I'm watching him as a kid, like elementary to like high school, and I'm like, I was like, yeah, he looked like Jordan, but he ain't Jordan though, And especially those Lakers teams, like with Shaq, and they were winning the championships back to back to back. I couldn't stand those Lakers teams, man.
Oh yeah, that's a sign of a champion. You're really great if you can't stand you. That's how I feel.
Exactly, but then it's funny though because like as I got older and more mature, and then I saw Kobe go without Shaq and really like show like how great he truly is. Mm-hmm. Then that's when I truly gained respect for him, and then it went from like I couldn't stand Kobe to I actually love watching Kobe play. Yeah. And yeah, man, like that dude, he was just great, man. Like to me, he's top 3 all time next to like Jordan and LeBron.
Yeah, a lot of people regard him as a superhero just because of his work ethic and the inhuman things he does on the court. Like even he had a 61-point game at the Garden, and I was watching some video, and as a coach kind of talked to the players like, hey guys, keep playing the same defense. Sooner or later he's gonna have to come back to earth.
Yeah.
And he never came back to earth.
Nah.
He dropped 61 points on us. It's kind of fitting though. First points Kobe's ever scored was at the Garden. Mm-hmm. First free throw ever scored. First point was from a free throw. Second game of his career.
Yep.
And 61 points. He's never left the earth, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's never came down, and he's up there right now with his daughter. So condolences to everybody in the family, to Kobe, his daughter, the other people who lost their life. Man, surely be missed, but definitely you have left an impact on this earth bigger than you know, and inspired a lot of kids to copy your moves.
Yeah.
Emulate your work ethic, and I feel like you starting to get into that next phase of your life where you was passing on game too.
Exactly.
So shout out to Kobe, shout out to Jordan G as well, and bless everybody who lost their life, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, got that out of the way.
Ooh, I know it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, like, it is. Yeah, man.
Well, yeah. Speaking of Kobe, because of that, the R.J. Barrett does not want to be called Maple Mamba anymore, man.
You see, like that I don't agree with, and this is the reason why. Because I feel like I understand, like he wants to pay his respects to Kobe, and I guess I feel like I guess he feels in a way like him being called the Maple Mamba is kind of like in a way, not that it's disrespecting Kobe, but it's like there's only one Mamba. You know what
Right,
I'm
yeah.
saying? And he feels a need to retire it. But I feel like if you truly want to honor Kobe,
Be great.
exactly. Keep that nickname and prove why you deserve that nickname.
Exactly.
You know
It's
what I'm
like,
saying?
I'm going to be the one. I'm
Yeah.
going to bring the chips. I'm going to bring the work ethic. I'm not going to quit. And I mean, that's pretty much why a lot of people loved RJ in the first place, because whenever he talks, he kind of has that maturity level of a guy who's not just, you know, a teenager, but he's kind of wise beyond his years, and he's always going to work just like Kobe did. And you know what? Congratulations to RJ as well, because he has he's made the Rising Stars game, man.
Yes.
Only Nick to be in the All-Star game weekend. Shout out to RJ, well deserved. I know he's down. He's hyperextended his ankle. He hasn't been playing lately, but I read reports that said that he will be back in time for the Rising Stars game. He will be on Team World.
Well, obviously,
but balling out Team World.
Yeah.
Representing for the Knicks. So shout out to you. Shout out to RJ, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
And yo, bring that heat, man. Represent the Knicks.
Yeah, man. We want to see. Well, not really say dunk on people, because
No, I want to say dunk on people. No,
because I mean, it's like a exhibition game, so people run up and down the court. People not really trying to get posterized and things like that.
Man, man, put everybody on a poster.
But I just want to see him deep in his bag, like pull out all the tricks, get deep in your bag. So I want to see at least drop 20. At least drop 20.
Oh, definitely gonna drop 20 first and foremost. Second of all, he should posterize somebody. I don't know, like, listen. RJ made, the Rising Star game. He's in Team World. We looking at over at the other team, and we're realizing that, hey, there's a guy missing on that team.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember who's the center on Team USA for the Rising Stars game.
I gotta recheck.
You gotta recheck that.
Yeah, I gotta recheck that.
Yeah, please.
Because it's not on the top of my head right now.
Well, this is all I'm saying. RJ has to dunk on somebody, dunk on that guy, all right? Because Mitchell Robinson should be in the Rising Stars game, and my guy got snubbed. He probably has the highest plus minus out of any center in the Rising Stars game, period.
Yes.
He is made for he's made for the All-Star game. You're going to be throwing lobs all day. Who else better to throw lobs to than my guy Mitchell Robinson?
Exactly.
Like, it just makes no sense.
Okay, so here is the US team. Here's the big men. They don't really have quote unquote big men on the squad.
They have a bunch of forwards.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they have like one center.
Like maybe the tallest guy on the team is Jaren Jackson, and he's like maybe 6'10", 6'11", but he's not even a center. He's like a power forward if you're really gonna classify him.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, there's like no big men on the US team. So you could pretty much say the same for the world team too. There's not many big men besides DeAndre Ayton.
Bruh.
Man, whatever. Mitchell Robinson should be in the Rising Stars game. It's fair to say that Mitchell Robinson came out. He said he does not care. That he just can continue to work. And then if he gets recognized, he gets recognized. Which I understand, but I would rather see him in the game.
Yeah.
And continue to work, especially on your jump shot.
Yes, sir.
Money, make it Mitch.
Yep. All right.
Yes.
So the news. The Knicks have doubled down again. They have said that Marcus Morris and the Knicks have mutual interest. This summer, they want to resign Marcus Morris. Marcus Morris wants to stay. There's a lot of teams who are interested in trading for him. And it seems like it's not going to happen. He might remain a Knick. I talked to some people. Some people think, oh, the Knicks are posturing, and they don't really want to be here. Like, they don't. I mean, the Knicks are posturing. They don't really want to keep him, but they're just trying to drive his price up.
Yeah.
What say to you, Ryan? Do you think they're trying to rise his price up? Or?
I mean, that would make sense because, I mean, if you're gonna look at the players on the roster and think about the players that have the most value, like Marcus Morris is one of those players, and you have to at least give the impression that you're not looking to trade him. You know what I'm saying? You have to at least give the impression to the people out there that, we're trying to keep him. And there's gonna be mutual interest to re-sign him in the summer. You know, so now teams that's coming in for Marcus Morris is like, okay, so if we really want this guy on our team, we're gonna have to give up more than what we want to give up.
I mean, it would work if the Knicks are doing that and playing that little mind chess game to kind of drive up his trade value. I will applaud them. My gut tells me, no, they really want to keep him.
Yeah.
And because, you know, he is our most efficient player. He's been the closer. You see what he did the last game versus the Pacers, a game that we were supposed to lose.
Yeah.
I think they don't want to lose that. I think the front office trying to keep their job, and they're going to do any and everything to keep their job, and that's including keeping Marcus Morris here. I'm kind of really afraid for the future of this team and what direction these guys really are trying to go in after the trade deadline, man. I'm really afraid to see, like, what direction they take, because it seems like, from the reports that I'm reading, looking at who we're interested in, it just seems like they're just going for the win. And they're ignoring the development altogether, even though they said, you know, oh, we have to try to do both. Like, no, it seems Knox is playing 11, is down to like 11 points a game now.
Yeah.
So I think that's out the window. I think Marcus Morris is staying. I think it's a done deal.
My whole thing is that, first of all, if Marcus Morris is deciding to stay in New York, I don't know what they're selling them.
Oh, I know what they're selling them. They're selling them jump shots. Yo, Marcus, you're getting all the shots you want. If we trade you to the Clippers, you ain't getting the ball. Who's getting the ball? Who's getting the ball?
Kawhi, PG.
Lou. Exactly.
Montrez.
You fifth, bro. You're not number one option. You're the number one option on the Knicks. You ain't number one option on the Clippers.
Yeah.
I think he wants the shot. He wants the shots.
But it's like, as a veteran though, it's like, don't you want to win? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because I'm like, before you even came to the Knicks, you were on the Celtics where you were at least close to winning a championship. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like you come to Knicks. So to me, it's like, it's either you staying here for selfish reasons or they must have sold you some worldly plan. And they're like, you know what? Within a couple of seasons, if you stay, we're going to be a great team and you're going to have a chance to win.
Two things. One, yes, worldly plan. I think is definitely one of the things in his mind, because he keeps saying that he wants to stay here to see this thing be turned around. And even when they got these guys with like Marcus Morris, Julius Randle, and Elfrid Payton, and these guys, the plan was to compete, and sneak into the playoffs. Let's not forget that at the beginning of the season, we didn't talk about this. It's not even on the docket. Beginning of the season, the front office came to this team and told them, "Hey, anything less than the playoffs is a disappointment." So yes, Ryan, yes. He's expecting that. He wants it all. And know what else I think? He doesn't want to have the Kyrie syndrome.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean by the Kyrie syndrome? You know what I mean? The Kyrie syndrome. He does not want to be in somebody else's shadow.
Oh, I feel you.
Kyrie Irving has been in LeBron's shadow ever since LeBron came to the Cavs. He's always felt like, hey, I can lead a team. I have more to prove. And as a person who has goals, sometimes you want to prove to everybody else, yo, I got it.
He ain't do much leading in Boston though.
He ain't do because he didn't have the opportunity.
I wouldn't say that. He was leader. He was leader on the Celtics.
He was kind of leader on the Celtics, but not really.
What, Al Horford was?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Al Horford, Kyrie, whenever he came back, like there was other people in the pecking order. Like he wasn't when he's on the Knicks now, he's the clear cut. You're taking the last shot guy.
Oh, well, you mean the Nets? You said the Knicks. So I was like, you mean the Nets?
Wait. No, I'm talking about when Marcus Morris was on Celtics.
Oh, I got
pecking
you.
Order.
I got you.
It was a pecking order. Like you were there, but you're not there. When people were talking about the Celtics, they were talking about Kyrie.
No, that's what I was saying. Like, Kyrie was a leader on the Celtics.
Right. He wants to be a leader, is what I'm saying. He wants to be the leader.
Oh, I got you.
He wants to be the leader, and he wants to be the guy who takes the last shots. He doesn't want to be the guy in somebody else's shadow. When Kyrie was on the Cavs, he was in LeBron James' shadow. And he left to get out of that shadow to be the man, to be the one to lead, to be the one to take the last shots.
Yeah.
Right now, he is that guy on the Knicks for better or for worse. And I don't think he wants to go back to that life of being the third guy.
It might change next season though, because if the Knicks get a legit point guard out the draft, then it's like, yo, you back to pecking order number 2.
Are you so sure though, Ryan? Knowing what the Knicks are doing, are you so sure that's gonna happen?
Hey, we never know, because look at Ja Morant.
Pecking order.
Look at Ja Morant. He turned that whole Grizzlies team around, yo.
So
it's possible.
You're absolutely right. But let me tell you something about Ja Morant. And let me tell you something about the Knicks right now and the cautionary tale I have for you. Knicks played the Grizzlies this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Smacked by Ja Morant.
Yeah.
Who was the leading point guard on the Grizzlies before Ja Morant got there?
Conley.
Boom. Conley was there, right? He was the man. Icto facto man veteran. As soon as they drafted Ja Morant, they moved Conley.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they move Conley?
Doesn't make sense to have him. It doesn't make sense to have him as a backup point guard. Ja Morant's your new franchise point guard.
Boom. He's taking all the shots. He's taking all the minutes and the shots away from him. Fast forward here, we have R.J. Barrett here.
Mm-hmm.
He is the 3rd, 4th, 5th option on the team.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that the longer Marcus Morris and Julius Randle here, he will remain that way. He's going to be the 3rd, 4th option on the team.
Yeah.
And their Knicks are not going to give him that reign to go. And to your point before, you were saying, oh, if we draft a top point guard next season, then Marcus Morris is not going to be like. Then Marcus Morris is not going to be the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I beg to differ. I'm not sure if it's that simple. I'm not OD confident Knicks are just going to give the new guy the keys when they even haven't given RJ the keys. Is what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I can kind of see that, because it seems like with current management and the coaching staff, like, because they're already not giving the young guys that many minutes at all. Like the only guy who gets minutes as a young player is really R.J. Barrett when he's playing.
Right, when he's playing.
Yeah, like everybody else, they come off the bench pretty much. So, I mean, yeah, I can see that too. But I just feel like sometimes if a player is so special, like, you can't deny that play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, like, I'm not saying that the Knicks are going to draft, like, some special point guard and then all of a sudden he's going to come in like Ja Morant to be so special that the Knicks are going to be like, you know what? You're number 1 option. You're going to lead us. But I'm just saying that if something like that does happen, then I can't see how they're going to keep Marcus Morris number 1 and just deny that point guard the keys. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, yo, he's too special.
Nah, man, because here's the thing about being special, too. Even sometimes if you are special, you don't have everything figured out day one. Like, you can have flashes, but you still need room to make mistakes sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I think they was talking about, I think I heard a story talking about Russell Westbrook, how Russell Westbrook first got to the OKC and he just run around real fast, chuck up mad shots. People was like, yo, you're going too fast, you're running too fast, you're going too fast.
Yeah.
And then, but he was given free reign to make mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People talk about RJ. RJ, he's not, people will say, you know, when I say let RJ play, let RJ run the team, people will say he's not ready. And my answer to you is, so what?
Yeah.
Give him free reign to make mistakes like Russell Westbrook did. Because then 30 million times running around with like a chicken with your head cut off, making mistakes, shooting too fast, he's able to grow through it, and now he's more efficient.
Yeah.
Well, not shooting threes. But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
In other areas. Yeah.
So even though it doesn't really pay off, people keep, and this is my philosophy of life in general, people keep wanting like short-term, they want short-term gratification. They want to put a G in to go to Bermuda instead of saving that G over 4 years and buying, I don't know, 2 trips to Bermuda. I don't know. Yeah. Or like, you know what I mean? Like,
I know.
You know what I mean? Buying something bigger that's gonna reap benefits later.
More worthwhile in the
exactly.
future. Yeah.
So it's like we have to kind of find a way to divert ourselves from the short-term satisfaction of winning an extra 10 games.
Yeah.
And think more down the line of developing RJ, Yeah. And I'm scared now. I'm getting nervous.
And it's funny though, because that just reminded me of something too, because there was this friend I had like a couple years back, and she said something to me that was so real though, because like we were having a conversation, right? And ironically enough, it was about kids, right? And I was like, and like anyone who knows me is like, I ain't ready for kids now. I don't know if I'll be ready for kids in the future. Like
Damn,
right?
shut off the gun to the kiddies, man.
So I'm
What
like,
if that one finds you though?
so I'm telling her like, I'm not, I don't know when I'll be ready for kids or whatever the case may be, right?
I already know.
And she was like, well, in life, like you're never really ready for things. You know what I'm saying? Like it just happens, and you just, then you just, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've had this conversation.
but
How person do I get on this podcast? Anyway.
But yeah, but the point what I'm trying to make is that like, okay, RJ may not be ready to lead the team, but it's
I like how you did that. Okay,
exactly.
All right,
RJ might not be ready to lead the team, but it's like, how are we going to know unless you just throw him out there and have him try to prove himself?
Exactly. Sometimes you just gotta get somebody pregnant. That's Sometimes you just gotta get somebody pregnant and go, hey.
It's not gonna be me though, but
she wants your babies, Ryan. You just gave it to her, son. That's
why we're not talking no more.
Bruh.
He wasn't ready.
Nah.
One day you'll find that special son.
Yeah. and then if that day comes and I feel like, okay, I'm not ready for a kid, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try to be a father. Then
try. You try. No deadbeats in my circle, son. You your father.
But you know what I'm trying to say, though.
I know what you're trying to say. I'm messaging you. All right. Speaking of point guards. Fatherhood Lord.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of this is if you watch the KOT show, this is the reason why.
Yeah.
This is the reason why, because we can weave in life lessons with basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so shout out to our first sponsor of the KOT show. Hey! Gunshot. All right, so shout out to you, our first sponsor, Vital Sleep, man. Is your partner sleeping in a different room because you snore louder than Edson? You ever heard Edson snore?
I never heard him snore, but I've heard rumors.
He might need this. I'm just saying. Is your partner sleeping in a different room because you snore? Well, are you feeling tired and unproductive because of poor sleep? Reduce your snoring and get your restful sleep with the innovative FDA-cleared anti-snoring mouthpiece from Vital Sleep. Vital Sleep helps to quiet embarrassing and unhealthy snoring by opening your airway so you can breathe quietly throughout the night. Get better quality sleep and wake up feeling well-rested and ready to cheer on your favorite team. And hopefully it's still the Knicks that have been sucking lately. But it's all right, though. It's all right. Or at least cheer on your favorite pod, whatever. Mm-hmm. The Vital Sleep snoring solution is available in sizes for men and women and easily molds to your teeth for a comfortable fit. Check them out on vitalsleep.com. Promo code KOT20. That is vitalsleep.com. Promo code KOT20. I'm putting the links in the description, by the way, for the sponsors. Shout out to you guys.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. One more time.
Yes.
All right, back to basketball. So, speaking of point guards, there's been rumors. Dirty rumors. Not that dirty, but rumors that OKC Thunder are shopping point guard Dennis Schroder. I wanted to say Dennis Smith Jr. so bad because I just wanted him out. Yeah. But anyway, shopping Dennis Schroder, right? Now, Dennis Schroder, I've kind of liked his game for a long time. He's played with Atlanta. He was a big guard with Atlanta. He beat us a lot of times by himself, usually, seemingly. And now he's with OKC Thunder. And you've also heard that the Knicks are highly interested in the guard. Now, it's safe to say that Dennis Schroder is doing pretty well. He's like a 6th Man of the Year candidate so far. According to Tommy Beer, he's on pace to join Kevin Durant as just the 2nd player in OKC franchise history to shoot 47% from the floor and 38% from 3, while attempting at least 5 3-pointers per game. Yeesh!
Nice.
Safe to say this guy's balling.
Yeah.
So, and also I looked on like the on-off stats too of Dennis Schroder and everybody on the KC team. And it's interesting because when we're looking at Andre Drummond and that trade possibility, and you look at his numbers and it's like, wow, he's putting up good numbers, but it looks like fool's gold because he's like the 6th most important player on that team as far as on and off the court stats. When you look at Dennis Schroder, he's the 2nd most important player on that team for the OKC Thunder. And OKC is trying to trade him. I just also want to point out that OKC Thunder are trying to trade their veterans, and the Knicks are trying to keep theirs, and they're actually in playoff contention.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there. What are the Knicks doing? We might have to get Sam Presti in here. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
We might have to get Sam Presti in here.
I mean, dude has the Thunder like 30-20, and then he has like what 6 or 7 extra draft picks on top of that.
Exactly. Which brings me to my first question. What the hell? You know what? No, I won't even get to that. Thoughts on Dennis Schroder being a Knick?
You see, this is where I'm conflicted because Dennis Schroder is a good point guard. Like I've always liked this game from Atlanta. I like the way he's playing. I like the way he's playing OKC too.
Obviously. And
don't be fooled. Like the dude's a 6th man on OKC because there's Chris Paul and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but the dude's a starting point guard.
Exactly. He's averaging 19 points a game in like 30 minutes.
Exactly. So I mean, it's like, you know, like with the Knicks, like we've been missing a legit point guard for so long.
Yeah.
And he would be a good look on the Knicks. But then it's like you look at the upcoming draft and there's so many young point guards in that draft that could possibly be like good to great point guards in the future. And it's like, damn, you know, you're kind of conflicted because it's like, okay, we might have a chance at Dennis Schroder, but then it's like, but then there's so many good young point guards coming up in this upcoming draft.
You do not want to get in a situation where people are competing with minutes so much that we're not developing the youth, because that seems like the problem we're having right now. No one's been developing, but really but RJ, who's getting all these minutes.
Yeah.
So we want to kind of stay away from that. I understand though. I completely understand, because we do need that point guard.
Yeah.
Here, and if you look at a lot of our games, we have a big problem shooting, and give this guy credit, man. The way he's shooting from 3, 38% is not the norm. He was not a 38% shooter from 3 for his entire career. Like, he was a mid-range guy. You know what I mean? And just the fact that he's even with Chris Paul. Chris Paul is that guy who kind of he's a coach on the floor, but I also feel like when other point guards play under him, they get better. Yeah. Just like what's the dude that was on the Pacers that he's talking about joining the Lakers this offseason?
What are you talking about? Collison?
Darren Collison. Boom, thank you. When Darren Collison was on the Hornets, I felt like Darren Collison's best years was kind of when he was playing under Chris Paul. I feel like Chris Paul was kind of teaching him. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I think you're right.
It's tough. It's tough.
I think we should stay away from it personally, because what not that I don't mind him being here, but what do they want? Yeah, that too. What do they want? Like, we have to give up assets to get him? Like, what do they want? They have 6 draft picks already. Yeah. They want more draft picks? I don't think we're in a position where we're gonna want draft picks. We're gonna give up draft picks. So then the question is, all right, are we giving up bets?
I mean, logically speaking, like, I would think that if OKC is 30-20 and they're in playoff contention and they have a chance to win, my guess would be they'd actually want somebody that could actually help the team on a short-term contract. That's my guess. and we have a lot of players on the team that are on short-term deals that will expire next season, where they can bring in a player like that to help their roster and at the same time shed some salary.
But here's the thing: he's making $15.5 million this year and next year. So it's like any trade with the Knicks, and I'm looking, to me, anything that happens with the Knicks doesn't make sense because all of our players are probably around that same amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like 2 years. Like we have Bobby Portis. Why the hell would they want Bobby Portis?
Scoring?
Scoring.
Yeah.
Scoring power forward? Like who do they like? Elfrid Payton? Why would they want Elfrid Payton for Dennis Schroder?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
So it's like so like the only thing that makes sense to me is like
Marcus Morris would probably make sense.
Marcus Morris.
We give them more scoring pop, and then he's on a short-term deal, so it's like his contract gets erased after this season.
So Marcus Morris for Dennis Schroder straight up. I would hate that, yo.
Yeah.
I would hate that. I would like him here, but then it's still if we do. Well, if that happens, Elfrid Payton definitely has to go.
Yeah.
Like if that happens, I would definitely do that deal we talked about when we trade Elfrid Payton to the Miami Heat for my brain is shutting off right now.
Miami? Wait.
To the Miami Heat for who's the dude who snuck the weed? The weed around
Dion Waiters?
Dion Waiters. Exactly. Stay off the weed.
Yeah.
Salary dump. Elfrid Payton, Dion Waiters for Dion Waiters and a pick. I would definitely do that if that's the case. We're gonna have Dennis Schroder, so we at least still only have 2 point guards. And then if we draft a point guard, move Dennis Schroder in the offseason to another team for a pick.
Yeah. In my dream world, I would easily do something like, okay, I'll take Dennis Schroder and a first round pick from y'all for like Marcus Morris, like
that
Smith
is
Jr.
not happening. That is not happening. Dennis Schroder and a first round pick?
Yeah, for like Marcus Morris and Dennis Smith Jr.
2K1 trades out of man. Marcus Morris and like this Marcus Morris to the Clippers thing, I can see. If we get Patrick Patterson in the pick, I can see that happen because Patrick Patterson is like a pick.
Yeah.
Dennis Schroder and a pick, dog.
I know that's why I say it's my own. That's why I say it's my own fantasy world.
Okay. All right. I'll let you have that.
Yeah, in my own fantasy world.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I don't know. I like the guy. I really like the guy. I think I'm leaning towards no because I don't know. To me, whatever trade I can come up with in my mind just doesn't seem to make sense.
Yeah.
Unless they do some Dennis for Dennis. They're not that stupid.
Exactly. Then I know they're smoking crack in there.
If they do that trade, I do not want Sam Presti here at all.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just all respect for me.
Word.
Do Dennis for Dennis.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Ooh, speaking of Dennis for Dennis. More trade speculation news and da-da-da-da-da. So, this week, the Knicks... First of all, the games this week. Knicks beat the Nets. Which I'm usually really happy about. It was a little sour this game.
Yeah, kind of somber.
Yeah, somber. I usually would probably celebrate gloat, talk about y'all second best team in New York. Y'all ain't nothing, but you can't even watch Patrick Ewing's cleats or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever. But I'm not gonna say any of that. Anyway, so there was a game where the Knicks played the Charlotte Hornets, and Dennis Smith Jr. played before Frank Ntilikina.
Yeah.
There have been rumors that he's on the trade block. We also know that Dennis Smith Jr. is from
Charlotte. Well, he's not from Charlotte, but he's from North Carolina. Yeah.
So when that game happened, I'm like, all right, the Knicks about to trade him. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. But he played horribly. Game after that, it's been reported. So Frank only plays 3 minutes that game. Plays it really good for 3 minutes. Had forced a turnover and hit a three. Next game after that, Frank, he's a DNP.
Yeah.
Dennis Smith Jr. plays a bunch of minutes.
So.
He seemed like he was engaged. He put forth the effort.
Yeah.
but he wasn't. That's all you can ask for at this point.
Yeah, effort. Yeah.
Effort. So my question to you is: do you think it's a stage? Do you feel like Frank is really injured?
First of all, I want to say the Knicks are capping right now. Frank ain't hurt.
Oh, he's doing jumping jacks in the ribbon neck.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
They're trying to shop Dennis Smith Jr. so they're giving Dennis Smith Jr. minutes right now so they can show other teams that, what Dennis Smith Jr. can play. He still got something to give. Still got something to offer. Because I put money on it.
Put money?
When the trade deadline passes, Frank coming back into the lineup. I put money on it.
Oh, man. You know what though? I thought that for the game versus I'm about to say North Carolina. The game for Charlotte versus Charlotte, I definitely was thinking, this is a setup. They're trying to trade him, and that's all it is. I think that might would have been for that game. I don't know, man. I think Frank might actually be hurt, I think he's hurt, man. No cap, he hurt.
I'll see after the trade deadline.
All right. We'll see after the trade line. There was mad news that happened over the few weeks. Other thing I want to touch on, Steve Stouts.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Stouts. This is funny. So, Steve Stouts, as you heard, the Knicks are trying to rebrand themselves. And they hired, I don't remember the name of Steve Stouts' company.
Yeah.
But they hired Steve Stouts to rebrand the Knicks. And his statement was something along the lines of, winning cures all.
Yeah.
But he also feels like the Knicks brand is tied to James Dolan, and he feels like he should try to separate James Dolan from the Knicks brand.
You see, I see. This tells me right there that he knows what the hell he's talking about.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, it's a pipe dream.
Yeah.
How the hell are you going to separate James Dolan from the brand is beyond me. But
yeah.
It's a pipe dream. Like, how? First of all, do you think it's even possible to do that? How do you do that?
I honestly don't know, but I feel like if it's possible, he's going to have to tell James Dolan to stop coming to the games and just just be in the background. Just don't even do anything. Just be in the background.
Don't touch nothing.
Exactly. Just be in the background.
Play your harmonica and keep it moving.
Exactly.
Nah, I absolutely feel you. But I think he has here's the thing. I feel like Steve Stouts is a genius. He's a cultural genius, right? He's done a lot in the hip hop space.
Yeah.
He knows what's cool and what's not. Like the way the Nets are kind of moving with their jerseys and the way they look. I feel like he's kind of in tune with the culture enough because he's been around Diddy and all these guys, hip hop guys. I feel like he can kind of give the Knicks a nice, cool jersey.
Yeah.
Nice little logo flip. Better halftime shows. You know.
The Knicks have been improving in that department lately, though.
You like the spinning the dishes on the head thing?
No, not that. but
you like the poodles dressed in Tim's racing?
I mean, creative. but cause like the other day, like they had A Boogie performing at halftime.
They did have A Boogie.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's a start. But the thing is that like, I do like I'm not gonna front. I do like the work he did with the Nets. Like I think he did do a good job rebranding the Nets.
He did.
And I just feel like with the Knicks now, like I do feel like the Knicks do need some type of rebranding in a way, but at the same time, I don't know if they can go that same hip hop route as the Nets did. Like, it got to be something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what exactly, but it got to be something different where you can make the Knicks look hip, but not go the same direction that the Nets are going.
It might have to be something cleaner, like clean. Minimum, I don't know, not hip hop though. You gotta be opposite. Yeah, you can be like culturally, like cause even hip hop stuff. Like now, everything is not a certain cliche graffiti look. This is me speaking as if you don't know, I went to art school and I'm a graphic designer and all that stuff. So my other brain is going like, you don't have to go the cliche hip hop route. You don't have to do that. You can be hip hop and sleek and still look like sexy. We could do that.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, like, you could do that in Brooklyn because it's Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
you know, but it's like the Knicks they play at Madison Square Garden, like in front of like in middle of rich ass Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's like you have to make the Knicks hip, but at the same time you have to make them appealing to like the rich crowd or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
I don't even think you have to appeal to the rich crowd, to be honest with you. I feel like you could just screw the rich crowd. The rich crowd is gonna come because they're gonna come because of Knicks anyway. And I feel like you just have to ignore them, really.
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, I feel like the rich crowd just kind of people follow. Listen, man, people follow us, dog. I'm just straight up. People follow us.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, New York is still a Knicks town, regardless. You know, it's just.
I don't think you know what I mean by us, but I mean us.
Yeah.
Like us. Like.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, you just have to make the Knicks hip, but just don't go the same direction as Brooklyn.
Right.
That's all. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, and I will say this too. Charles Oakley likes the Steve Stouts pairing. Charles Oakley has been vocal. He's been saying he's open to being reconciling stuff with Dolan. To me, one of the biggest blemishes on the Knicks right now is that relationship between Charles Oakley and James Dolan.
Yeah.
Now, if Dolan's gonna hire Steve Stouts, and Steve Stouts can be that middleman between Charles Oakley and Dolan, if he makes the logo ugly, the jerseys ugly, and he has a trash ass halftime show, it'll all be worth it if he can get Charles Oakley and Dolan back together, and we got Charles Oakley in the Garden again.
Yeah.
I'll take all that.
Yeah. Facts.
Deadass. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? We can talk about some other stuff too. The trade deadline is coming up. It's on Thursday. So I just want to kind of touch on certain things, like how do I ask this question? So we've talked about a lot of trades that can go down. Like, what is your vision for the Knicks moving forward?
My vision for the Knicks?
Yeah, like, we talked about a lot of trades. We talked about trading for Chris Paul, which I don't think is going to happen anymore. It seems like it's not going to happen. It's dead.
Yeah.
We talked about getting rid of Elfrid Payton for a first-round pick to the Miami. We talked about possibly trading for Bogdanovich from the Sacramento Kings, who's a shooter. That shooting that Knicks desperately need. We talked about Dwayne Dedmon coming from Sacramento Kings as a stretch center. We've talked about numerous things. Marcus Morris going to Los Angeles Clippers. We've talked in exchange for draft picks. We've talked about possibly trading maybe some guys for Mo Bamba, maybe like a pick swap for Mo Bamba for the Magic since they seem like they're not using him. We talked about swapping with the 76ers. Maybe trying to get Zaire Smith.
Yeah.
For like maybe Wayne Ellington or somebody else, who knows, or by Portis, whoever they want. What is your vision for the Knicks? Like, do you see any of those? Like, what do you want to see happen at the trade deadline?
Well, like, the way I see it, like, at the moment, the Knicks season right now is pretty much over because, I mean, you're 14-36. So it's like chances of making the playoffs are pretty much dead at this moment. So I feel like for this second half of the season, the Knicks should put more of a concentration on developing the young players.
Yeah.
Because it's like at this point, it's like what sense does it make to play the veterans right now? Like, the Knicks are not making the playoffs. So I feel like I don't know if a fire sale should take place, but the Knicks have to at least move like a couple veterans or so. Just
fire sale. All right, so boom.
Yeah, like, so you can at least open up space for the younger guys to get minutes and have them develop. Because I mean, at the end of the day, like, we have to see what these young guys are made of. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually it's like you're gonna come to a point in time where it's like, okay, do we want to continue with this young player or not? How are we gonna know that if they play like 10, 11 minutes a game? You have to give them time and see, is this young player worth keeping or not?
Absolutely. So in Ryan's vision of the Knicks, the first thing you would do is sell off some of these veterans.
Yeah.
Give the Knicks young players more burn. Looking down the list. First player got to go.
First player that got to go.
I'll tell you right now who got to go first player.
Well, Wayne Ellington definitely got to go.
Boom! There you go. Wayne Ellington got to go.
Yeah.
Number one option.
Yeah, he
Get outta
definitely.
here.
Yeah, he definitely got to go.
My guy Free Dot over here is showing you how to do it, son. Like,
Yeah.
It's time for you to go. Free Dot, goddamn it, son.
Exactly.
So Wayne Ellington, probably, like, I would like to get a second round pick for him. At this point, he is not playing well. He's playing worse than he's ever has in his entire career. Pressure bust pipes. He does not like the bright lights at MSG.
Nope.
So we're not getting anything for him. That's a dub.
I mean, at this point, I'll be happy trading for a bag of chips. To be honest with you.
I understand, man.
Yeah.
Wayne Ellington gotta go first.
Yes.
Second, who's gotta go?
Probably
I gotta tell you.
Elfrid Payton.
Woo! Okay, Elfrid Payton is 2. Why do you say Elfrid Payton?
I like Payton, but it's like I want to see what Frank is made of, and I want to see, if possible, if Dennis Smith Jr. stays, because I think there's a possibility that he might.
No way.
I think there's a possibility he might.
What?
I feel like you have to figure out what you're gonna get out of these two players.
Malik Monk. I forgot to even talk about that rumor. I forgot to connect the dots with that. Because Malik Monk was rumors. The Knicks were interested in Malik Monk. I was thinking, they're trying to do a Dennis Smith Jr. for Malik Monk swap. But Malik Monk has been on a tear on the last week, raising his damn trade value.
Yeah, but my whole thing is like, what is our obsession with players in that damn draft class? Because it's like,
Bruh.
Because it's like, okay, we got Frank. Okay, then we did the KP trade and got Dennis Smith Jr., who was picked like right after Frank. And then like, we're gonna go after Malik Monk, who was in that same damn draft.
Yeah, what? My thing is, why are we going after another guard? Like, okay, it's one thing if he's a guard that moves the needle, but Malik Monk's ceiling is a 6-man off the bench.
Yeah.
That's a ceiling. It's a ceiling. We already have a guy, ISO.
Yeah.
Who can be a scorer off the bench.
Which we don't play.
If we don't play. So we're going to take this guy on Malik Monk, another guy, put him on the team and not give him minutes too?
Yeah, that's
like, that doesn't make no sense to me.
It doesn't.
No sense. But back to the Malik Monk. If you were to play Dennis Jr., I would rather, because people were like, hey, would you trade up Dennis Smith Jr. for Malik Monk straight up? I would say no.
Yeah.
Give me the pick. I don't want Malik Monk. Give me the pick. I'm good with the pick.
Yeah, I would trade Dennis Smith Jr. straight up for a pick.
And you keep Malik Monk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Boom. Second rounder.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Exactly.
But yeah, you think Dennis Smith Jr. is gonna stay?
I that's my feeling. That's my gut feeling. I feel like he's going to stay.
You need new guts. New guts, new feelings.
Because I mean, I'm watching him play these last couple of games, and I'm like, I don't know any team that's going to trade for him right now, man.
Me neither, man. Yo, his best game was yesterday when he had 6 points and 6 assists.
Yeah.
That fall for grace is hard, bro.
Yeah.
Hard. All right. So first you got Wayne Ellington, gotta go. Then you got
Elfrid Payton.
I don't know if I have a second, but go ahead. But you said my second would be Bobby Portis.
You see, Bobby Portis is probably up there too. But my concern with Bobby Portis is because I'm looking at it like which players have the most value. Even though the only reason I have Wayne Ellington first is because I'm like he's
no value.
Yeah, he's pretty much useless.
Yeah, totally value.
Yeah, exactly. So he's pretty much useless. So it's like bye. Be gone. Bag of chips. All right.
Yeah, Canadian penny.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure they're Doritos, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, and then so I'm going by value, and the reason why I have Elfrid Payton second is only because I think Dennis Smith Jr. I don't know who's going to take him at this moment watching him play these last couple of games, which is why I'm like, okay, we can't keep all three of these guys. So I was like, if nobody's going to take Dennis Smith Jr., let's see what we can get for Elfrid Payton then. That's my thinking behind it. Then third would probably be Bobby Portis because Bobby Portis. He can.
Damn, yo. Not feeling the Haitian sensation, man. Stop by saying, man. What are you talking about, man?
I have a lot of Haitian friends, but I mean.
But he's not one of them. Damn.
No, don't get me. I like Bobby Portis. Don't get me wrong. It's just. I don't know how.
Here comes the lie. Yeah.
I just don't know how much we're gonna get from him. Like honestly.
Second round pick. That's it. Second round pick. Hey, I've heard there's teams interested in Bobby Portis, so it can happen.
All right, then yeah, second round pick then. And then after him is probably like not Julius Randle because he's on a 3-year contract. I'm giving Julius Randle at least one more year.
I'm giving Julius Randle more time too. I feel maybe we'll have this conversation after that conversation. Mm-hmm. I feel like fans are very frustrated in Randle because he's kind of the face of the franchise, but he's not really making the money of a franchise player for fans to be that angry at him.
I mean, the only reason I'm angry at Julius Randle is because of Dan's spin move. That's what I'm
that
angry
spin
about.
Move is atrocious. I feel you in the spin move. Like, dude, stop spinning left. Everybody knows you're going left.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
You say you work on your game every year on the summer, but you still haven't worked on going right. Spin right, my guy.
That's
like, come on, I understand.
It frustrates me every damn time because I'm like, yo, every time this dude drives to the basket, they're just waiting for that spin move. Waiting.
Wait. You don't even guard. You just guard for the spin back left.
Exactly.
I get it, though. I get it, but he's still giving you what? 6? Like what?
Yeah, like what? The other night he had like 16 and 16?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would keep him one more season just to see, the progression. Hopefully we can get some better players in next season and see what he would do next season. But,
And he's been okay. And this is in a session with comparing him to Tim Hardaway Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, man. He's not that bad. Julius Randle is a decent player. I said it.
Yeah, he's decent, yeah.
Julius Randle is a decent player. There, it's off my chest. He's not trash.
You know
He's
what,
not
though?
a superstar. He's a guy making $18 million a year who is a contributing player, but not a first option.
Yeah.
People keep comparing him to Tim Hardaway Jr., who's also getting $18 million a year and was so much.
Wait, Julius getting 21. He gets
21.
Yeah, 21.
Yo, get the facts up, man.
I'm pretty sure he's getting 21 mil a year because I think he signed a 3-year, $63 million deal. I mean, yeah, 3-year, $63 million deal. If I remember.
Well, you better at math than me, so I'm gonna take your word for it. But still. He's not getting like franchise money.
Yeah.
My whole point is he's not getting franchise money. Even if you look at like on-off stats between Julius Randle and Tim Hardaway Jr., right? Tim Hardaway Jr. being the man making around the same money, I gotta say around now, was like the worst player on the team. On-off stats, he was like the 9th worst. Like he was like the 3rd worst player on the team.
You know the thing with Julius Randle, just look up his contract right now. He's earning $20.70 million. That's the average, but like his base salary is $18 million.
Okay.
Per year, and then that final year he gets more.
All right.
Yeah. So
that final season. See, that's the Jedi mind. That's the Jedi mind. The final year he gets more, but the final year is also team option.
Yeah, exactly.
So we can take it away.
Exactly. And the thing about Tim Hardaway Jr. is people cannot compare Julius Randle to Tim Hardaway Jr. because
Julius Randle's actually useful.
because the thing with Julius Randle is like, when his shot selection is not terrible. I'll give him that. The only thing that really frustrates me about Julius Randle is the fact that he cannot handle the ball, and sometimes he acts as a point forward, and then that damn spin move to the left that every defender sits on and strips them. That's the only thing that frustrates me about Julius Randle. Tim Hardaway Jr. will chuck it from any damn where. He does not pass the ball. He's just a damn chuck wagon at times. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't really compare Tim Hardaway Jr. and Julius Randle.
Yo, first and foremost, I'm gonna say this: Julius Randle compared to Tim Hardaway Jr. Julius Randle actually has like kind of go-to moves. Yeah. Granted, everybody knows he's spinning left. Yeah. But he also has kind of a counter that he doesn't use enough, which is like that little fadeaway fadeaway right shot that I feel like he needs to use more.
Yeah.
And I also feel like when you guys in the NBA have to be able to take over mismatch. They have to be able to take advantage of their mismatches.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like whenever Tim Hardaway uses in the game, he doesn't have like a go-to move. He's not really able to be like, you know what, I have a bigger guy on me, a smaller guy on me, so I can get my buckets. But Julius Randle, when he has that mismatch and then somebody can't handle it, is barbecue chicken all night long.
Yeah.
And you can just ride him out, pause, until you get a win, or that there was nothing we could rely on in Tim Hardaway Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Even defensively.
Yeah, defensively, nah.
Even defensively, you could look at Tim Hardaway Jr. versus Julius Randle.
Randle's
And Julius Randle plays better one-on-one defense than
Yeah.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, he does.
Now he's lazy sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes he doesn't run back on defense.
Mhm.
But sometimes when this guy's motivated, he's locking up guards.
Yeah.
So I understand he's not always the brightest bulb every play.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not.
Yeah,
he still has room to grow. He's still a young guy who has room to grow.
Mhm.
And he's not bad. He's not trash.
Exactly.
And Julius Randle.
Yes.
Boom. Circle back to our conversation of who we getting rid of and who we keeping.
Yeah.
Julius Randle, I'm keeping.
Yeah, one more season at least.
One more season at least. Anybody else on this list? Marcus Morris.
Marcus Morris is on the bottom of my list just for the simple fact that there's a part of me. I'm kind of like Kathy on this. There's
Top of my list. Get rid of him second. Wayne Ellington, Marcus Morris. Go ahead.
There's a part of me that does want to keep him if he does elect to come. If he
Sentimental,
does,
dog. You sentimental.
if he does elect to come back, but then a part of me is like, you know what, it's best for him to go because we can get assets for him, and to be honest, like, we have Kevin Knox here, and we need to find out what the hell are we gonna get from Kevin
Man,
Knox.
get 11 minutes a game.
You know what I'm saying? And as long as Marcus Morris is here, Kevin Knox is gonna continue to get 10, 11 minutes a game, and then it's like, you know, how are we gonna really find out what Kevin Knox is about if you're not gonna give him the time? So my list is all jumbled up, but yeah, Marcus Morris would be on that list to the move as well. So
And it's been reported today that teams are also interested in Kevin Knox.
Mm-hmm.
Shocker. I'm a little shocked.
yeah,
Not gonna lie. He's gonna get down here. But people might also be thinking, hey, these guys, they're just messing with all the young talent because Dennis Smith Jr. was averaging 15 points a game until he got here.
yeah,
So there's that.
yeah, pretty much.
But first on my list is Wayne Ellington. Second on my list, Marcus Morris.
Mm-hmm.
Third on my list, Dennis Smith Jr.
Yeah, yeah,
Fourth on my list, Bobby Portis. Fifth on my list, I like Elfrid, but I don't like. I feel like Elfrid to me is like a security blanket. He's like in case Frank's groin is.
I'll say this though. If the Knicks are able to move Dennis Smith Jr., I would keep Elfrid in that case because like you need at least 2 point guards. So it's like, you know, if Dennis Smith Jr. is gone, then yeah, keep Elfrid and have Frank.
But then I don't want him to play after the trade deadline either. I don't want him to play after the trade deadline.
You see, it's tough, man. But it's tough, but it's like I said, like you need at least 2 point guards. So it's like my thinking is that I can't see Dennis Smith Jr. being moved. So it's like, okay, you get rid of Elfrid and then have Frank and Dennis Smith Jr. just run the point for the rest of the season. But it's like, okay, if you're able to move Dennis Smith Jr., then fine. You can keep Elfrid, but then it's like, Elfrid's been starting all this time. Then all of a sudden you're going to be like, you know what? We're not going to make the playoffs. Frank, you're going to start. Elfrid, you're going to come off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know what? Screw it. Move Elfrid to Miami for the pick and Deion Waiters. Bring up Lamar Peters.
mm-hmm.
And let's go Lamar Peters, Kadeem Allen, and Frank. Boom. Trade Dennis Smith Jr. to North Carolina.
What we gonna do with Deion Waiters then?
He's gonna sit. Or we're gonna cut him. That's a salary dump for a pick. That's all it is a salary dump for a pick.
Dude's actually gonna play time in Miami now, though.
We can cut him. I don't care. We can trade him, cut him. I don't care. I just want the pick. It's all about I just want the pick.
Alright.
But he's playing. Is he getting? He's trying to raise his damn value. Yo, stupid freaking Patrick.
Yeah, I mean,
I hate you, Pat Riley.
But
Trade,
yeah, he's getting quality time now though. And like I think the other day I saw Miami facing Damn, who are they facing? I forgot the team they were facing, but he was actually in there during crunch time minutes, and I was like,
Oh man, raising his value
Yeah.
now. I can't ask for the first pick now because now it's not even a salary dump anymore because of his value. You can contribute. It sucks, man.
Yeah, and he's actually showing that he has some value too. That's a thing too. So
That
it's
blows
like,
up my whole theory. Hopefully the whole theory goes on. I mean, there's still other places we can trade. Do they want Elfrid Payton with the Lakers? They need another guard, unless the rumor. They want a shooter though. He can't shoot.
Yeah, he can't shoot. Like, but Rondo, I think Rondo's a better shooter than him, to be honest about it.
Yo, that's a sad.
Yeah.
That is sad. Rondo's a better shooter.
Yeah, I think so.
Damn, yo. All right. Well, if we clear those guys, we'll at least have roster spots open.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely move Marcus Morris for the pick, though.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely would engage Sacramento Kings for Dwayne Dedmon because I still feel like he's being misused over there in Sacramento.
He did have a decent game the other night. I think he scored like 11 points and had 11 rebounds, I believe. Something like that.
Yeah, and he's an actual center. He's not a fake. He's not like a power forward.
Mm-hmm.
He's an actual center.
Yeah, he's a center.
So he can block a shot and shoot threes. Like, we need spacing. If you're going to have all these guards who can't shoot, we need a center who can shoot threes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like, man, like, has to happen.
Yeah.
So I would definitely trade for Dwayne Dedmon, for sure. I think he's only, I think it was $40 million. He doesn't have like a lot of contract. I think his contract is pretty decent as well.
Yeah, I think it's like a $10 million year deal contract, I believe.
Yeah, so trade for Dedmon. Trade for Dwayne Dedmon. Trade Marcus Morris for pick. Get Patterson, cut him. Trade Bobby Portis for a second rounder. Use the roster spots to bring up Kenny Wooten and Lamar Peters. And then, damn.
Yeah, all right. So just quick Dwayne Dedmon's contract.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he's earning $13.3 million a year. And the thing is, if we get Dwayne Dedmon, he's going to at least be on the roster for 2 more seasons.
That's not bad. Let's go. Roster 2? Yeah, I'm definitely with it. Yeah, hell yeah. Definitely do that. For the Lakers, though, Marcus, I would also want...
Wait, you think about trading Marcus to the Lakers?
Nah, hell no.
Oh.
I thought about it for a second, but I want the pick. I want the pick. I want the pick more than Kuz.
All right.
I want the pick more than Kuz. Screw Kuz.
He's been balling lately, though.
Every time I mention somebody, they start to be balling.
Yeah.
Because he knows he wants to be traded. That's why. He's trying to get that value up, too, yo. He wants somebody to want him, man.
Yes, so.
Yeah. I think I got everything. Also, I do also want Mo Bamba. But we already have Dedmon, though.
Yeah.
But I would like to... I don't know
how I feel like it would be the Dedmon or Mo Bamba. I don't think you can trade for both of them. Like, it would have to be one or the other.
Because Mo Bamba, he used to shoot threes. So I know he has the potential to do that, but I don't think he's being utilized that way in
Orlando.
Yeah, you know what? I would if. No, let me go with. I'm just go with Dedmon. I'm gonna go with Dedmon. I'm gonna lock that in. I'm gonna lock that in. Next year, go in there, draft a point guard, move whatever guard we have left. Keep it moving.
Okay.
Boom. Maybe move Trier too.
I mean, might as well because if
there's no minutes.
Yeah,
there's no minutes for him.
Yeah, exactly. If he's not getting playing time, then you might as well move him.
Maybe that'll be somewhere in that package for Sacramento. That could be somewhere to start.
Yeah, possibility.
All right, boom. Got that out the way. Did we talk about everything? Anything? Is there anything left for me to touch?
Fight.
The fight.
Yeah.
Yo, Mark, damn it. I forgot to hit up Kathy.
Oh, yeah.
We started actually later than we supposed to. It was like 9, 6 o'clock right now. Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
So we all know, listen, first of all, shout out to Elfrid Payton. for pushing homie out of bounds line. That like you the real
Jay
MVP.
Crowder.
You the real MVP. He was here for the smoke. Jay Crowder, Jay Crowder, he deserved it. I'm sorry, he deserved it. Me stop talking like people saw what happened. Hold on. Me revert back and act like you don't know what's happening. So, the Knicks played
The Grizzlies.
Thank you. The Knicks played the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis Grizzlies were up by
18, I believe.
18 points. 48 seconds left. Knicks inbound the ball. Elfrid Payton is halfway paying attention. Jay Crowder sneaks behind him and steals the ball. And runs directly to the three-point line to put up a shot. Now, if you're a basketball fan and you kind of know, that's called running up the score. Like when the game is over and there's no way for the team to come out and win, you run up the score. It's seen as disrespect to a lot of people because it's like, what, you just trying to improve your stats now? The game's already over. What are you doing? Elfrid Payton goes, oh, so you want to take the ball. Cool. Strolls up to the three-point line, pushes Jay Crowder to the floor, and says, what now? Pushing matches ensues. Knicks are pushing Knicks are pushing Grizzlies. Grizzlies are pushing Knicks. Marcus Morris comes in. He just pushes.
He puts Ja Morant like out the frame.
He puts Ja Morant. Poor Ja Morant is only 125 pounds, soaking wet. He wasn't even looking for the smoke. He just stood up to see what's going on, guys. All of a sudden, he's pushed out the frame. Elfrid Payton suspended. And chaos is like, and then is bad news all day. Side story, that Knicks versus Grizzlies game, Jay Crowder and Marcus Morris were talking smack all day long. If you seen the little Spider-Man meme where like the Spider-Man look at the other Spider-Man like it's the same. They're really the same person, kind of like mentally.
Yeah.
Jay Crowder talked. First of all, Jay Crowder talked Marcus Morris out of his game. If you watch that game, because they was talking smack every time there was a timeout or they walked close to each other. Marcus Morris pushed him with his shoulder. There's one time the ref missed it. Marcus Morris straight up pushed Jay Crowder out of bounds.
Yeah.
Jay Crowder fell into the crowd. I was like, what the hell? No one saw that. Tension was brewing. So, question to you: was it? How do you feel about Elfrid Payton pushing Jay Crowder, man? Like, how did,
I might have the unpopular opinion right now.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
To me, it's a bunch of misplaced energy. This is why I say this, because
misplaced energy. Now that energy was correctly placed. Right in his chest on the floor.
Misplaced energy because this is not the first time to me that the Knicks been disrespected like this in games.
LeBron James. Water bottle challenge.
Yeah, but that was even not. But that wasn't even this season. That was like past Knicks teams.
I'm sorry, I'm still holding.
Yeah,
right.
But my thing is like, the Knicks got smacked worse than this in games, and I did not see this same energy from this squad.
It's not the smacking; it's the way.
I don't care. I don't care because this is my thing. After I forgot who scored the basket and the Grizzlies went up by 18. Everybody was moping around. Everybody was all sad and everything. not paying attention or whatnot. Julius Randle went to get the ball out of bounds. All moping around, sad. Just tosses the ball in lazily. Elfrid Payton, all sad too. Not even paying attention and stuff. So I'm like, yo, if I'm Jay Crowder, I'm like, yo,
send all hate mail to Sergi is chilling at Instagram.
So if I'm Jay Crowder too, I'm like, yo, y'all here all sad and everything, y'all not paying attention. I'm stealing that ball too. F that. Cause I'm like, yo, the game not over yet. This is not the last possession.
The game is over.
I don't give a damn. The game ain't fully over yet. It's
fully
not
over.
It's
48 seconds left. The game is up by damn near 30 points. The game is over.
It don't matter. The game
does matter.
It's not fully over yet. The only thing I would have done different was, after stealing the ball, I would have let time run out, and then when the shot clock was about to reach 0 down, I would have put up the damn 3. That's the only thing I would have done different in that game.
If you were Crowder?
Yeah. That's the only thing I would have done different. I wouldn't have stolen the ball and then then go for the 3 right after.
If you would have done that, then that might have been different.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would have. That's the only thing I would have done different.
And just like, all right, let me just chill.
Mm-hmm.
That would probably would have differently.
Yeah, but my thing is that like, yo, I understand y'all lost the game, you know, y'all upset, but it's like, yo, y'all should still be more alert. Like, come on, Elfrid Payton. Like, you see damn Jay Crowder hanging around in the back court. Like, be more alert. Come towards the ball. If he came towards the ball, then Jay Crowder wouldn't steal it. But no, he wanna be all sad.
I ain't with you. I'm sorry.
He wanna be all sad and shit. And not pay attention, and that's what made Jay Crowder come and steal the ball.
That's why you're on the floor.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand it. It's unwritten rules of basketball. You know, you're not supposed to run up the score. But at the same time, I'm like, y'all being lackadaisical and stuff. I don't blame Jay Crowder for coming and stealing the ball.
What I'll say too? I'll say this too. Elfrid Payton, he actually had a really good game. He had a triple double that game.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively though, I feel like it probably wasn't his best game. But you know, he actually really balled out that game. But I still feel like they went too far. I don't even talk about this subject anymore. Obviously, we have a different opinion on this one.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Like, obviously, I feel like they went too far, and I wish the Knicks had that spirit during the game, that defensive spirit during the game to stop them. It didn't happen, though.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Crowder, I feel like he had batteries back from the whole Marcus Morris back and forth all game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where that kind of energy came from.
Mm-hmm.
And now we just got to live with it. It is what it is. We're not making no damn playoffs. You got suspended one game, big whip. Who cares? It happened.
Yeah. But like I said,
I kind of like Elfrid Payton's energy. He's like, yeah, I'd do it again. Did you hear the interview when he said he'd do it again? He said,
okay, well, I'll hold him to his word. If it happens again, I want to see you do it again.
All right. I think he will.
Yeah, but it's funny though because I was on Instagram, right? And you know, all the sports pages, they're posting, you know, the fight and everything between the Knicks and the Grizzlies, right? Right. This one dude left a comment and he had me rolling. And he was like, yo, I'm not fighting anybody whose name is Elfrid. He had to fight all his life. He had to fight. Yeah. Yo, if your name is Elfrid, dog.
First of all, Elfrid starts with elf.
Yeah.
So you already lost.
Exactly.
In life.
Exactly.
When that nickname thing, when you growing up in the kid, yeah, you're done for.
Exactly.
Like, Christmas time is coming, the jokes is coming, do with it. Like, yeah, I understand. Go ahead.
Yeah. But basically, he's like, I'm not fighting anybody whose first name is Elfrid because you know he had to be fighting all his life from kindergarten up.
Jesus, man. Damn, man. Must be the Louisiana boys either.
Yeah.
I feel you. All right.
Word.
This is the part when I want Kathy to be here.
Yeah, Kathy would have definitely added some smoke to this.
oh my gosh. Oh man, I wish Kathy was here for this segment. We talking about fights? Come on, Kathy.
Yeah, because she would have added more smoke to the whole conversation.
Yeah.
Especially with Marcus Morris's comments after the fight ensued.
Yeah, yes. What did you think about Marcus Morris's? What was his comments? What was his comments exactly again?
I only remember bits and pieces. Like he basically said, like Jay Crowder was acting feminine-like, and you know, because of the flopping and stuff. You
right?
know? Yeah, something along those. Here's the thing, like everybody who heard Marcus Morris's comments basically understood what he meant. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he didn't mean to put women in that negative light. Like, he was basically just trying to say, like, Jay Crowder's on the court acting like a bitch. Basically what he's trying to say. But he just used the wrong words to explain it. Cause you can't say stuff like he was acting very feminine-like on the court because he's flopping and this and that. Because it's like, honestly, like, if you want to be real about it, like, if you watch,
be real as we are.
Yeah, like I watch women's basketball games. Like, chicks ain't really flopping like that on the court. You know what I'm saying?
Let's keep it real.
Exactly. So it's
James Harden is.
Yeah, James Harden is though. so it's like you can't really relate that. You know, you can't say things like that in relation to flopping and things like that. Especially when women have their own league now, and when you watch them play, it's like they're actually out there playing hard. Like, they're not with the theatrics like how the men are with the theatrics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Marcus Morris should have just. I feel like he would just better off just calling Jay Crowder a bitch. Like whether like whether he got backlash for it or not, or got fined. Like he should just straight up said it.
Probably, but Yo, here's the thing too. Like, I understand that point, but I think there's like probably unpopular opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Probably unpopular opinion in terms of men.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I lead a lot, at least on Instagram, I don't know what Twitter is. Instagram and Twitter is like two different worlds.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. So, honestly, I feel like a lot of society has to unlearn certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And I also feel like a lot of men have to unlearn certain things.
Yeah.
And there's like a connotation between women and weakness.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of been there throughout society for years and years, and it just kind of married together. And I think it's time for it to not be married together.
Yeah.
And I think that's where that statement came from. So when that's not a big deal, we know he meant weak.
Yeah.
But you don't have to say
exactly
indirectly that women are weak, because women aren't weak.
Mm-hmm.
They usually like the head of families. They've had led nations.
Mm-hmm.
They've inspired change. They've led revolutions.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna be killed by a man, but I don't give a fuck. Anyway, but that's the way I just feel like. I feel like the backlash was warranted.
Mm-hmm.
I understand what he meant. I'm not going to kill Marcus Morris because I know where that came from, and I had to unlearn certain things as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not killing him, but I also understand like it's probably needed to happen, and you're gonna learn from it, and grow from it, and that.
Yeah, like he would have been better off just saying like, "Yo, Jay Crowder's soft" or "Jay Crowder weak."
Boom.
You know, just
that's
saying,
exactly what it was.
Exactly.
Jay Crowder soft.
Mm-hmm.
You weak for that bump you did,
Exactly.
flopping around trying to get extra calls when you know you 250 and do 600 push-ups a day. Like, come on, stop it.
Exactly. Like, that's all he had to say.
That's all he had to say. But it didn't come out that way. It came out weird.
Yeah.
I know you learned this lesson since WNBA players.
WNBA players were getting on him.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Marcus Morris. Keep apologizing.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to be doing it all week.
Exactly.
Or another week too. Keep apologizing.
Yeah.
And and grow.
Yes.
And you can send me all the hate mail too at JCLS15 at Instagram. There you go. All right, boom.
Yeah.
Did we cover everything?
I believe so. I hope he didn't leave anything out. I hope.
All right, cool. So you know what? Since we did cover everything, it is time for the ooh picks.
Oh boy.
Which are the best picks of the week. All right, so Ryan, let's get started with these ooh picks.
All right, so my first ooh pick is going to No Handle Randall.
No Handle Randall? Wait, you can't. No, wait. Time out. Flag on the play. Disrespect. You cannot call him No Handle Randall before you praise him, yo. That's wrong, son. That's wrong.
All right, Julius No Handle Randall.
Damn, man. I'm sorry, Jew. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Until my man improves his handle and stop doing that damn spin
the
move.
ooh pick, though? Come on, man. Damn, that's pumping our prayers up.
But yeah.
Fine.
But I am praising him on this play, though.
Okay.
So against the Grizzlies, Dennis Smith Jr. steals the ball. He brings the ball up the court. He sees his man Julius Randle on the left wing.
Okay.
So he passes him the ball.
Wait, Dennis Smith Jr. play defense?
Yeah, he actually stole the ball. Yeah. Julius Randle got the ball at the wing, dribbled, didn't do nothing fancy, just went straight to the rim. I think he went between like 3 Grizzlies defenders. Rose up, two-handed, bam.
Boom shakalaka!
I'll take that.
Yes. So shout out Julius Randle.
Shout out to exactly. Yeah. Julius Randle.
Yes. Just improve your handle. That's all I'm saying.
could not let that go. He had it out. It's like, here it comes.
Yeah.
All right, good.
And my second ooh pick goes to Dennis Smith Jr., the forgotten Nick.
The forgotten Nick.
And he might be the traded Nick.
Yeah, when y'all listen to this episode, I wonder if everybody's going to still be here by the time this episode comes out on video.
True that. So there was a play against the Charlotte Hornets where in his hometown of North Carolina, He grabbed the rebound off a miss.
Mm-hmm.
Then he saw that, there was, players in the middle, so he had to try to, try to block them, from being able to block his shot. So he
Okay.
went under the rim.
Oh, up and under. This up and under
Yes,
move. Yeah.
the reverse layup.
Okay.
Yeah, got it in.
All right, the verse up. Oopsie doo. I
Yeah.
feel like that's the Derrick Rose. I feel like I see Derrick Rose do.
Yeah,
do that a lot.
Derrick Rose does that play. He
Yeah.
does that move a lot. Yeah.
And when I watch Dennis Smith Jr., I look at him and go, I hope he don't mess up his knee, because I feel like I saw some video talking about the longevity of this athleticism and it being hindered by the way he twists in the air and things like that. And my thought came to my mind, hopefully it never happens. But yeah, good move.
Yes.
Dennis Smith Jr. All right, so I kind of cheated on my OO pick. I have one actual OO pick
All right.
and one kind of fake one.
All right.
First OO pick is my guy. Starts off with my guy.
Money, make it Mitch.
Money Making Mitch. Money Making Mitch, we see this guy. He's like, oh, he dunks. Oh, yeah, that's cool. He blocks shots. But yeah, this one starts off with the steal.
Okay, Mitch.
This guy, he's like, I don't think I'm a center today. I'm going to be a point guard. Plays the passing lane, pokes away a steal. Boom. Grabs the ball, starts dribbling down the court. Sees my guy Elfrid Payton at half court. Tosses to Payton. Payton's dribbling, sees Mitch keeps running. Mitch gives him the signal, points to the sky. Elfrid Payton tosses the ball up to Mitch, who catches it and dunks it.
Boom shakalaka!
For the OO pick.
Yeah, I remember that play.
Smooth.
Yeah.
And my next OO pick is just Elfrid Payton pushing Jay Crowder to the floor. Hold that L.
Yeah.
Even though we lost the game.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Oh man.
Those are my two OO picks. At least one OO and one cheat OO.
Yes.
All right. Now it is time for the bruh picks.
Bruh.
If you're a first time listener, the bruh picks are the worst plays of the week. And sometimes it don't have to be a play. It doesn't have to be that. It could just be something stupid that happened in the week. Something that you should point out. It could be political. It could be as personal as your brother doing something stupid to you at a barbecue. It could be anything.
Yes. Oh, and there is a lot of a lot of bros.
Yeah, Ryan, aka Bruh Man from the fifth floor. He
Yes.
said he came in there with a lot of bruh picks, and he's going to edit them down to I don't know how many numbers.
Yeah,
What do you-
because I feel like if I go through all of them, there's like 10. So I gotta kind of narrow them down. But okay, I'm gonna start with
Alright.
this one because this is fairly recent.
Okay.
Okay, so college basketball, Houston versus Cincinnati. So there was a play.
Cincinnati?
Yes.
Natty?
Yes.
Yeah, never mind.
So there was a play where Houston's DeJohn Giroux, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right because
Okay.
his name is kind of French. So there was a play where the ball was on the floor and he was fighting with Cincinnati's Keith Williams for the ball. As he dove to the floor and was trying to get his hand around the ball, Keith was still trying to, reach down and take the ball from him. And my guy's face, DeJohn, goes into Keith's calf and bites him.
What the hell?
Also Mike Tyson type stuff. And he ends up getting suspended a game for doing so.
What the
Yes.
kind of savage? What the hell?
Yes.
That. I have no word. I don't even know what to say about that. Somebody who's gonna bite like.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, took a chunk out of his calf muscle.
That you fight dirty. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then another butt pick goes to Antonio Brown
Oh brother.
of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So this past week, there was an arrest warrant out for him because he allegedly threw a rock at a moving truck driver before taking part in a battery against him.
What?
Yeah,
Bruh.
He threw a rock?
at a moving truck driver
Damn.
before taking part in battery against him.
At least Joe Button didn't throw the rocks.
Yeah. And recently, Antonio Brown came out and basically
Apologized.
apologized, saying that he's been acting a fool
Yeah.
lately, and I think he had some like interview with Josina Anderson from ESPN, where like I guess he's trying to like improve his image or whatever.
Lord, that CTS stuff.
Yeah,
messes with your brain functions and as you
exactly.
do irrational things. You can flip that into the NFL.
Yes, and now I have to do it. Bro pick goes to the Knicks and Knicks Twitter because somebody pointed this out on Twitter and I thought this was pretty hilarious.
Oh Lord.
They said this is the recap of the Knicks week. Elfrid Payton fight, Mook Morris comments, sell the team chance to Dolan at the same Grizzlies game. Knicks Twitter account posts the wrong date of Anthony Mason's death, which is true. Which is true.
Bruh.
And Knicks Twitter account congratulates RJ Barrett on Rise of Stars game and tags the wrong RJ Barrett, which is also true. Which is also
Bruh.
true.
Bruh.
No, that's a whose man's is this?
Yeah.
That's a whose man's is this? Wow.
Yeah, so Knicks Twitter has had a rough week.
Nick, you.
Bruh.
Damn, that's the major L. Knicks. All right. Well, I have nothing to add to that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just let that sit
Yep.
and move on. No bruh picks for me this week. I have nothing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
LeVar Ball, though. I have to give him a bruh.
Another one.
Bruh.
This guy, DJ Khaled, with another one. All right.
Because he was on TMZ with Ron Artest and Master P talking about his sons, especially in LaMelo Ball because he's expected to be in this upcoming NBA draft. And he basically said, if the Knicks draft his son LaMelo Ball number 1 in the draft and bring in his other sons Lonzo and LiAngelo with Mark Jackson as the coach, the Knicks will turn into the next Warriors.
The worries of what?
I don't know.
First of all, we have like 27 point guards on the team by then.
I know.
How?
And then they asked him, he was like, would you play all 3 of them together? And he was like, yes. And he's like, all you have to do is just pair them with 2 rebounders. That's it.
Okay. So who's going to shoot?
LaMelo?
All right. I've had enough. It's time to go. I've had enough. Oh, God. All right.
And one more broad pick.
Oh, we got enough? Okay.
Because this one has to be said. Because if we did it last week, this would have been last week's, and this would have been the whose man's is this
Whose
moment?
man's is this? This is why you brought me up in the fourth.
Yes. The Kansas versus Kansas State brawl. I could not leave this one out. Mm-hmm. I have to break down the fight because people, in case you haven't seen what happened, I'm going to break it down for you. Firstly, Kansas was up on Kansas State by 22. And it was the final seconds on the shot clock. And D'Souza on Kansas was dribbling the ball out. The dude from Kansas State stole the ball from him, ran the ball down the court, and there was a Kansas player defending him. So he did a Euro, which allowed D'Souza to recover. And D'Souza blocked his shot emphatically into the stands. And the Kansas State player was on the ground. D'Souza started to stand over him, intimidating him like, I blocked your shot.
Ooh.
So K-State players came and defended their player, obviously.
He got to.
Yeah. And then a whole fight broke out. And D'Souza was there throwing haymakers at the Kansas State players. And then all of a sudden, I don't know where this dude came from, but a K-State player in a black polo off the bench.
Yeah, I already see this.
Came through and
I saw this.
And he started fighting back. And you see, this is what I don't agree with right here. D'Souza threw like a couple punches at first, and the dude fell back a bit. But the dude clearly wanted to smoke. So he was like, I'm going to eat those punches, and I'm going to attack you back.
Right.
So then he runs from the fight.
Comes back with a...
And allows his 2 teammates to basically have dude in the corner and stomping him out.
Damn.
And then he came back with the chair.
WWE, yo.
And then luckily one of Kansas's coaches were there to like take the chair out of his hand, and knock some sense back into the dude. But my whole thing is, you cannot leave a fight to go and pick up a chair.
Yes, you can. He did.
Yeah, but I'm saying that, like, you cannot run from smoke and then try to go for a weapon after two of your teammates are stomping out dude to the corner right there.
Listen, man, people don't like to lose, though. You just don't have to realize.
But he's on a winning team.
Yeah, I'm talking about fights.
Oh, yeah, but still, though, it's like, to me, it's like, yo, dog. Dude is basically one-on-one giving you a fair one. It was, you know what I'm saying? And
yo,
it's like
this is not 1990s no more, dog. It's not. There's no such thing as fair no more. It's not. I'm sorry.
It's true, but
it's not.
It's true, but I'm like, yo, if dude is giving you a fair one and there's like nobody in between y'all to break it up, yo, just give him the fair one.
Especially in that circumstance when you're on the basketball court.
Exactly.
It's different. I'm telling you right now. I'm 5'7". So if you taller than me, I'm grabbing something. No, you know right now. I don't care.
Yeah, but this
that's not. Cause now it's a fair one.
Yeah, but this dude's like 6'8", 6'9", like dog.
Grab something. Well, yeah. Cheating. All right. And that was good. That was a good one. Though.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that like because of the whole Kobe thing, like I actually had like a idea to like actually like read this bro pick, and I actually had like a whole acting scene.
Oh my god!
Planned out.
We gonna save this for the next.
but because of the tragedy, like I kind of.
Oh, you had to. All right.
Yeah, so I had to change up.
Good call. I don't even know where you're going, but I like the call already.
Yeah, because I had this whole funny thing planned out where
Tell me off air.
Yeah.
All right. Chair beatings and pushings and oh lord, that is our show.
Yes.
Thanks you guys for watching. Yeah, no Eds, no Catholic. We still made it work. Here's the G&J show. We do this all day. That's what we do.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, if you want to listen to us, definitely listen to us on youtube.com/NickyTimeShow. If you haven't listened to us there or watched us there, are you dumb? Like, what are you doing? Get on this. Are you slow? What the heck? You get to see our beautiful faces.
For real, yo.
And watch the Knicks talk with clips, with images. Like, come on. Like,
exactly.
Bugging. Anyway, so definitely do that. You can also listen to us on a variety of platforms as Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio. I don't know why I hit that rubber. And Dash Radio also listen to Dash Radio. And also
iTunes.
And iTunes too, yeah. Do that too. Yo, leave us some nice things on iTunes, man.
Yes.
It helps us get sponsors. Shout out to ours.
Word.
All right, man. And am I leaving anything else?
Oh, merchandise.
Oh yeah, you got the merch too. I have Maple Mamba merch, but I don't even know how I feel about having it up right now. Now he don't even want to be known as Maple Mamba. It's kind of hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
Like definitely get the merch at thenickytimeshow.com. All right.
Word.
All right. So and you can find me at J.Ellis Draws Things on Instagram. That's J.Ellis Draws Things. JELLIS Draws Things. No $sign and nothing like that. It's just straight up like no. You know what I'm saying? Work safe and everything. It won't embarrass you. All right. Where can they find you, boy?
They can find me at Sir G is Chillin'.
Sir G is Chillin'.
That is SIR. G is CHILLIN. And I got something in the works. I haven't told anybody yet, but I got like the framework for it done already.
Okay.
But your boy's actually going to write a book. Yeah.
The Secret Life of the Nick of Time Show. How to Get Started. All written by Ryan G. Coming soon.
Yes. So I got the character framework down pack already. So I got already the characters who's going to be in the book, and I'm about to start the outline of the story and then start the writing and then see where it goes.
Talk to your boy because people don't know I draw. I actually was working on drawing a children's book a few years ago before the KOT started. And then as I was drawing the book, KOT took off. And then I let the book go. But I had like a whole marketing plan in my mind on how to get that stuff out.
Yeah.
So we got to talk off air about that stuff.
Word.
How to market your stuff. Anyway, that is our show. Nick of Time Show. Just us. We out of here.
Peace.
Peace and love out to where you from. But all over the world they have come. Say again. Bright lights, big city. Bright lights, big city. Gonna do what I'm supposed to do. Represent for my New York City crew. Say again. Bright lights, big city. Bright lights, big city. York, New York. big city of dreams.